Yeah, on many policies, the current government of President Yoon Suk-yeol, who's only been in power for a few months, is the polar opposite of the previous government of Moon Jae-in, who opposed so many issues from Japan and saw relations sink to a low. And President Yoon Suk-yeol has been trying to fix a lot of that. But on this issue, it's probably the only issue they appear to be on the same page. And that's why President Yoon called that emergency meeting yesterday, pulling in every single government department. So not just, fisheries and foreign affairs, the environment ministry, the ones you would expect, but all of the government agencies to try and coordinate. At the end of the meeting, the president's office said the government here would coordinate closely with the International Atomic Energy Agency, which has already signed off on this decision to release tritium-laced water into the areas around Fukushima. The government said they will also continue to lodge their concerns through diplomatic channels with Japan, and that they would communicate very clearly with the South Korean public about this entire process. They would also be trying to get data from Japan, analysis and data relating to the release so they can convey it to the public. And we went down onto the streets this morning to speak to South Koreans to see what they had to say about this decision, and we can listen now to what a few of them had to say.
No, they can't do it because it's not good for people.
What happens when we have to eat radioactive fish later? This shouldn't be the case if we are using common sense.
We can't eat the fish, and also the water will go to the Pacific and all over the world.
No, they can't do it. I think it's illegal. The whole world cannot eat fish and shellfish, and I think that is environmental pollution as well.
And that was essentially the opinions of everybody we spoke to. We didn't speak to anybody who thought this might be a good idea. It is taken as something of a fait accompli here in South Korea. The expectation is it will still happen. But of course, there are those hurdles still in Japan, not just regulation, but TEPCO has to win over the trust of the locals in Fukushima. And from what we've heard, their opinion of this release very much echoes those of the people here in South Korea, China, and elsewhere across the region. So still some big hurdles for the Japanese government and TEPCO to go before this water can be released.